Center started a little over 23 years ago. We started as 4 volunteers taking care of animals in a horse barn. We're a hospital. We're a very high-end level of medical care. Baby animals that are uninjured need care. They don't need hospitalization. So if those animals can receive care in the community, that's where we want them to stay.
He actually was stolen from his nest when he was a chick, and probably by a falconer in California. And so he's been raised in captivity. I've had him for 20 years.
Depending upon what's wrong with the animal, if it requires medical care, then it stays here as part of the hospital. And then ultimately we try to get the animals back to wherever they originally came from. Don't think there's any changes in the box turtle. There was one of the animals we needed to do a check on last week, and I think you took a look at him.
Box turtle 2294 with the tibial fracture. I taped his leg in. It's stable.
It feels stable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. There was the Canada goose.
On the examination, we found that it has a broken wing. So we're going to put a bandage on the broken wing to stabilize it. We're going to give some antibiotics for the wound, and we're going to give some pain relief. And then we're going to do some radiographs, some x-rays, so that we can get a better picture of that broken wing. Could have been hit by a car, so gunshot is a possibility as well. He is also has bilateral paresis and is unable to stand on his own. He has good motor function to both limbs, and he has lots of good muscle tone, and he tries to stand on his own, and he can with a little bit of help.
Well, I wonder if there could be some lead poisoning there on top of everything else that's going on.
Okay.
We're the Mayo Clinic for birds and bunnies. About 50% of the animals that we get are released back to the wild, and the reason that some places are able to perhaps have a higher release rate is we're getting the most seriously injured cases. So if there are a dozen healthy baby squirrels brought into a local rehabilitator and 2 of them get really sick, those are the 2 that will come here. The 10 healthy ones get released.
We're going to give him oxygen and anesthetic gas to make him go to sleep so that we can examine him. It's probably a painful injury, and so we don't want to cause him more pain by doing the exam while he's awake.
The vast majority of animals that come through the Wildlife Center are brought in by individuals, private citizens that find them, may be hit by a car, they may be victims of some type of an environmental problem such as a poisoning, it may be the family cat that's gone out and attacked an animal, and in fact nearly 20% of our injured animals are cat victims.
With a wound like this, because we would consider this a contaminated wound because it's been on the barbed wire and probably been wrapped around the barbed wire, there's bone exposed. It's cut through the muscle and into the bone, down to the bone. So I think what we'll do is go ahead and do an x-ray on him just to make sure that there aren't any fractures or anything there that we need to know about. Right this way. Okay, we're shooting. Yeah. So, actually, it doesn't look like there's any breaks, so that's good news. The one thing we do sometimes worry about would be like a shoulder dislocation because he might have been flapping around. But the other problem is that because of where the wound is, he needs to be able to fully extend his wing. And just looking at it in there, it's going to be hard to close this up and not cause contracture where he may not be able to fully extend that wing. If that's the case, then he probably won't be releasable because he's going to need to be able to fly perfectly.
We have the resources, we have the facility, we have the professional expertise to blaze new ground and to use that in a way that essentially wastes that unique potential. It's just not something that our staff nor our board is inclined to do. If other people can do what we do as well as we do it, we're willing to let them and help them.
That's not open, is it?
That's not
just
open,
feathers
it's just
lost.
reddened.
We want to be out exploring new territory,
I have to come around here.
expanding the field, improving the knowledge, deepening the training and expertise available to help wildlife and further integrating veterinary medicine into the mainstream of wildlife conservation.